All right, here we go. Season 1, week 24. The season grinds on.
We're in the depths of winter.
Yes, we are. Not in the
305.
305.
Yeah.
So we got a special
In the
guest today,
305,
Adam
baby.
Fader. Adam, one of my longest friends. I've known him since 1972. I think it was first grade, right, Mooch?
First grade.
Was first
50
grade,
years,
right?
baby.
1970, no, 52 years,
Yeah.
Nick. Let's get it
Over 50
right.
now.
Half century.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, the best thing about Adam was his family. His mother treated me like I was her own kid. Drove me to all the practices. Made sure I got to games. My parents
Nobody's perfect.
terrible. Yeah, Simra Fader, a god, an angel, a second mom to me. So miss her, and without her, I probably wouldn't be the athlete I am today, which is not much of an athlete that I used to be back in high school. So Adam
Don't sell
is here
yourself short.
because he's a University of Miami graduate. How old were you when you
That's it,
graduated?
baby. All about you.
How old were you when you graduated at?
22.
Those are minor details that are
Yeah, 22.
not important.
You had a red shirt year. That was
48.
it.
He had a couple
48.
redshirt years. Adam took the
48
path,
years old.
least traveled, but he got it done. He graduated, and he's a credit to his profession. He's a male nurse in South Florida, and I love him for it.
Why do you got to say male nurse?
I don't need
I'm a
that.
male. I'm a nurse.
A nurse. He's a nurse.
I'm a pediatric nurse.
So this week, let's go, boys.
10 years, almost 10 years at Southwest Senior High.
Southwest.
What is this?
Adam's
Am I getting a
having
call? Oh my God, kid. I got one of the kids is calling. I'm just
That's fine.
gonna I'll ignore it. That's the best move.
Before we start with the show,
Okay.
let's talk about the Super Bowl, Nikki. What do you got, baby?
Man, I was going to bring it up with you guys because I can't figure this thing out. It's the Chiefs are an underdog. They have the best quarterback. I mean, how do you see the 49ers running this thing or running away with it or beating the spread, covering the spread?
They're favorite.
Right.
How is that? How is that?
I mean,
the Chiefs got a defense just as good, the best quarterback in football, a pretty good running game. The only thing they don't have is good pass receivers that catch the ball. But they got Kelsey,
yeah,
who catches everything,
right,
and he's got the best looking girlfriend in America.
right.
Hello, Taylor. So
Right.
For some people.
I don't think they have. I like the Chiefs
Both
big.
I think it's a no play for me. I'm not going to play it.
Big. I think the Brock Purdy
What's
experiment
the spread, Nikki?
blows up.
I think
San
it's
Francisco.
San Francisco by 2.
Yeah. I just don't see it, man.
It could be too big of a stage for Brock Purdy. Could be. What about the
Mr.
Andy
Irrelevant.
Reid factor?
God bless him. I guess he got called out by a couple pros this week. And as he put it, there are 90 quarterbacks who wish they were where I'm at today. And he called them right back out. I mean, he's a good quarterback, man.
Was he the last pick?
He was the last pick in the draft. Mr. Irrelevant. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, never happened before. Now Johnny U was a 17th round draft pick, though. He's pretty good. He was pretty good. He won a Super Bowl. So that's that. It's a no play for you. That's fine, Nick. I do want to discuss something we haven't discussed in the show yet is women's basketball and the Caitlin Clark. Just unbelievable. She was in College Park this week against Maryland. They sold out 17,500. The men have not sold out all year long. Caitlin Clark rolls in, and you can't buy a ticket. Tickets are being scalped for $500.
That's a lot.
Exactly.
She's like Seth Curry, right?
Yeah.
You could fill it up.
Yeah, I want to show I want to share my screen real quick and show a couple shots of hers from the freaking logo. Did you see the game, Nick?
I did not.
Adam, did you see any of it?
No, I'm afraid not. Did you go to it, Fernando?
I did not. I couldn't get a ticket. It's gone. I was like, all right. Participant share it one
With
time.
all your juice, you
It's
couldn't get it?
crazy that she goes up against, teams that are stacked to stop her and does what she does.
Well, because he shoots from 40 feet.
Right.
All right, let's see if we can share my screen, Nick. Let's see what
Right.
we got here. The sharing screen is tricky, boys.
Right.
Uh,
Oh, it's way above my ability.
Uh-oh.
yeah, me
No,
too.
you didn't.
Hang on, Nick. Hang
Last
on.
week, I
dude.
watched your podcast last week. It was excellent, except all the little pictures.
Yeah,
were small.
I know. I screwed up.
No, you didn't. I mostly screwed up. All right, you guys ready? Watch these shots and where they come from. I mean, they are deep. You ready?
Right.
Go ahead, run it.
Boom.
With somebody in her, right in her.
That was from Gary
Face,
Williams
too.
land, by the way.
Right.
She's only 6 feet tall. Wow.
6 feet tall is really tall though for a woman.
Look at this one. Look for a woman.
Well,
That
but,
was
like, who are the players that are? She doesn't
I
look
mean,
very tall.
that's Faith covering her, and Faith is like 6'3" and couldn't get on it. I mean, they're
Right.
just bombs away.
Thing
man.
is,
They're like
everybody
the old- Oh, look at this one from
knows
Gary Williams.
Getting the
No.
ball.
Oh my God. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
That's what Nigel
From way
Paxson
down
would do.
south.
That was from the cheap seats. Wow.
Yeah.
That's why you can't D her
But
up.
everybody knows-
Nikki.
But they
Oh.
all know she's gonna do what she's gonna do, and they can't stop her, right?
Right.
No, not. And then she became an assist machine in the second half. And Maryland came back and almost won the game, but then she went off again at the end and closed them out. I mean, look at this shit. She reminds me of Curry a lot, a female Curry. That's what I would say.
That's fast company to be in, female Curry. I mean, that's
Yeah.
nothing to sneeze at. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so is she. Well,
Right.
college Hall of Famer right now.
Right.
I'm not sure the WNBA. I don't watch many of those games. Look at this one. No. Oh no, the juke. I'm not sure how she'll do in the WNBA, but I think she is pretty tall, Nick. I think she's like 6'1". Look at that dish, Jesus. So she's going to be
Right.
on the Olympic team. She'll be the only college player on the Olympic team this year. Oh my Lord. I mean, these are just bombs, man. She had 39 against Maryland.
Yeah.
So
So more than half of their points. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
yeah, she's pretty spectacular. I mean, if you guys get a chance to watch it, you should. And for her to show up in College Park and sell out the whole stadium is a testament to her, I guess, and her following. There were a lot of Hawkeye fans there, but so what? So what do you guys think is going on with Georgetown basketball?
Man, it was just you got to give credit where credit was due to the big man. I mean, John Thompson took
Yeah.
that program and in whenever he got there, I think maybe 1970 to 1980, in one decade, he took it on a straight, straight rocket ship straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And he was a phenomenal coach.
They have been actually his son got to the Final Four with them. JT3 got to the Final Four.
That's right. They beat Carolina. I remember that.
But they've been bad, man. I mean, Patrick Ewing was a disaster there. And now Ed Cooley, who's a really good coach,
She fired.
they lost by 50 the other night.
They got rid of Pat.
50. Yeah, they got rid of Pat. They brought in Ed Cooley from Providence, who's a Providence alum who left his old school to go to Georgetown because Georgetown has a big NIL program. I mean, they got cash to buy players, and they
Right.
still suck. So I mean, I think Cooley sticks around. They paid him a lot of money to come over there.
Yeah.
He's not recruiting DC very hard. At least Georgetown has it. Pat never got really players. Maryland was getting everything they wanted, and so was the other schools. But I'm shocked how bad they are. So we
When was the
talked
last time
about this.
Georgetown was relevant?
Yeah, it's better when they're relevant. Maryland's going to start playing them every year now. They're back to playing them every year from here on out for like the next 6 years. They already got them scheduled. Nick, we talked about this a little bit. I mean, the parity in college basketball is insane. I mean, anyone can beat anyone, right? Except for like
Right.
DePaul and
Right.
Georgetown can't beat anyone. But anyone in the ACC, Adam, that's really bad.
Well, the Canes laid an egg against Virginia the other night. We only scored, what, 38 points in the whole game?
Yeah, Virginia defends
So,
though, man.
I wouldn't say that we're bad. We're on life support to try to get a bid this year. It's going to be tough.
No, you got pedigree there. They went to the Final Four last year. They just got to have a winning record in the AC, and I think they're in. So
Well,
I mean,
have you seen the next game?
yeah.
Have
You
you
haven't
seen the
watched a
schedule?
few of the games. I mean, they're good at home, man. I picked them against Virginia Tech last week, and they won at home. Tech's no slouch.
Yeah.
Um,
No, they
transfer
did.
pool-
They just have a really tough road. They have a North Carolina, Clemson. They still got the Dukies, and then North Carolina again.
Yeah, in Chapel Hill, right?
It's a mad stretch. Yeah, in Chapel Hill, which, by the way, we do okay up there.
Yeah. This Chapel Hill team's really good though. They're a Final Four team
Yeah,
this year.
they were good last year at Miami. They were good last year. Miami pounded them. Well, they didn't pound them. It was the year before Miami pounded them. But last year they went on the road in Chapel Hill, but they had Jordan Miller and Wong. Hey, Wong.
Hey.
Isaiah Wong.
I say that.
Isaiah Wong is a beast. So the transfer portal is kind of
They're
quiet.
both
Nick.
in the NBA, right? Miller and Wong.
No one in the portal is doing anything. It's kind of settled down, thank God. So we're not going to talk about it. So last
For
week,
football, what about today was signing day though, Fish? What happened with signing
today
day?
is
Anything big?
National Signing Day, but with the early signing day in December, this one is not as prevalent as it used to be, right, Nick? I mean, it used to be.
Right, I think that's
This was
right.
the one. February 7th was the one, but it's not
Right.
anymore. Maryland
Yeah.
took the kid from University of Florida today.
Always nice to beat the Gators.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, there's still some big. There were still some big whales out there that probably that committed today.
Oh
I
no,
would
this
think.
guy was a big whale, Adam. He was like a big recruit from Norland High School in Miami.
Yeah,
And we got him today.
New Orleans. That's a strong. Was he supposed to go to the Florida? You said.
Yeah, he was committed to them fully in. But Ohio State was recruiting him, Tennessee, Bama, all the big boys, and Maryland got him. Locke's doing that magic, that voodoo.
Yeah, you guys moved up to number 38. Maryland made a big move today.
Oh, with getting that kid. So we are 38. Yeah, it's still pretty weak, but
Yep, 38.
what do you guys think?
Anytime you take a kid from Florida, I'm happy.
Yeah, but the Florida kids have not panned out at Maryland, man. They get that cold weather. They have to go up to Michigan State or Wisconsin in November, and they curl up. They
Yeah, we don't play well in the cold. The Canes, the Dolphins, they don't play well in the cold.
Well, if we had to go on a roadie, it would be definitely the Coral Gables this week, right, Nick?
I think so. Putting the game aside just to get into the warm weather, right?
Yeah. All right, Luke.
It's Joe Stone Crab is open. A little
Ah.
shorties for lunch.
Never missed
I
a
gotta put
meal.
it out there.
I've
You know,
never
a little-
missed a meal out there.
Let's see. That's a Saturday. It's a Saturday 4:00 game, right? Saturday 4:00. I don't know if that's ESPN's one of their main games, but probably not. Right? There's probably a slate of other games
Yeah.
that are bigger.
Well, no, you can book in shorties for lunch with Joe's for
Miami
dinner
has-
after the game. Nice night.
It's a double header. It's a no brainer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or we just call our other good friend down here in the 305, James Santiago Yedo, and he brings in the Stones right off the boat.
For Mark Blue?
I'm just saying.
from Mark Blue?
Please. No, please. Never even had one crap from that guy.
He
He's got
says
another connection.
he says he's got people. He brings them in himself. He's got a license. Never shared one crab with me.
Yeah.
So
Same here. Mark raises chickens in his backyard. So we'll just leave it
tell
at
me
that.
about a game there in Coral Gables. I've never been to a game there at that stadium. I know it seems kind of loud. I saw your
Wait.
graduation there, but
You
I've
saw
never
my
been to a game.
Graduation and you've never been to a game?
I've never been to a game there. No.
God damn it. Are you serious?
Yep.
We have to we're gonna have to fix that.
And Nikki.
All right,
Nikki,
so-
have you been to a game there?
Yeah, with Adam.
Come on, man. I didn't get the invite.
No, I went
Sorry.
with Mauricio's son and Adam.
Oh, right. Yeah, your nephew, Fernando. That's a long
right.
time ago.
Yeah. With Reese. Didn't I get you guys the
Listen,
tickets?
we have
Yeah.
Didn't I get the tickets?
we have really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got.
I forgot about that.
So you want to know about the game?
Yeah.
It's sold out. It's been sold out for a while, and we are not playing like we did last year. Last year was a magical run. It will be a packed house, a late arriving crowd because it's typical Miami people will show up late because the sun will be shining on Saturday. It's very loud. The student section gets a little hectic, and they what they've done is the upper level of the stadium they've kind of closed off because they don't fill those seats, so they pack everybody in. So it's going to be pretty loud.
Okay.
All right.
And we kind of have a nice record. Larrañaga is one of the few coaches that has done phenomenal against Duke and North Carolina, you know, in his career. So he's 14-17 versus those guys. You can imagine.
He's a good
That's
coach.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, he can coach.
Good coach. So I mean, everybody says Miami's going to get waxed. You want to use any cliche, taken out to the woodshed, beaten like a rented mule, whatever you want to say. But Miami plays good at home, and they just got destroyed by Virginia. And Larrañaga evidently let them know about it. I would not be surprised if Miami wins this game.
UNC doesn't play any defense.
I know
though.
you don't believe that.
No, I do. UNC doesn't play any defense. You know who does play defense? Virginia. They lock you down.
Right. And the Canes, normally the Canes play defense, but I don't know what happened in that game against Virginia. I turned it off. I was too upset. I couldn't watch it.
Are you going to the game?
And they have a good coach.
Are you going?
It's Jackie's birthday party. So Navraj, my oldest son, is taking his boys. He's representing. They're all big Canes fans.
All right, good. Jeez.
They're all big Canes fans. So it's going to be a solid. Listen, they're going to battle it out. A lot of returning players on both teams, right? From last year.
Yeah.
What do you think? The problem is, and this is the only thing that I'll leave you with. I'll leave you with this little nugget. North Carolina just lost to Clemson. So that can't help Miami, I assume.
No.
Right?
No, that's upsetting.
They were big favorites, right? Against Clemson, I would think.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Definitely.
So now, did North Carolina have a hangover from beating Duke?
Probably. I've been to Franklin Street. You can get a hangover there.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I should mention hangover. It's going to be a lot of fun. If it wasn't my daughter's birthday, you know, we would be there. Absolutely.
What is there to do in Coral Gables, Adam, besides the University of Miami?
Well, right around the stadium, there's a legendary. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go legendary because you guys both went to Maryland, and the VU is legendary. But there's a brewery called the Titanic, right there on Ponce. It's probably driver pitching wedge away from the stadium.
Nice.
And many times when I was in nursing school, we would go to the Titanic before a baseball game, and we never make it into the game, ever. Just got liquored up. Now they have liquor. They didn't used to have liquor back then. Really
Twice
solid
the fun.
food. Yeah, really solid food. And there's a great pizza place 2 doors down, Miami's Best, another legendary location.
I like liquor.
Yeah, we know. we know. Thank
I'm
God
back.
Nick does.
I'm back
God,
on
Nick.
it. I'm back on the liquor.
The last time I saw Nick drink liquor was in the Upper West Side in New York, in Manhattan, and we were drinking out of this fish bowl with
I remember
all
that.
these different liquors in this giant fish bowl. And then Nick fell asleep. He passed out on the bar. And the bartender said, "Hey, you got to take care of that." So, I mean,
That's
what
called
do you do with a guy like that when he's six?
that's passing out on him. That's not going to sleep. That's called passing out.
Well, I didn't want to go there. We had a nice time.
Thank you, Adam.
I think it was called the Gator Bowl or something. Nikki, that's like
I remember. I know what you're talking
96,
about.
97. I don't know.
Yeah, a long
Right?
time, many moons ago. Yeah.
That wasn't Brother Jimmy's, was it? No, maybe not.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of the
That was
place,
a-
but I remember. Yeah.
They called it the Gator Bowl. They had a little plastic alligator, Fernando, floating in the thing.
Nice.
We drank the hell out of it. Yeah, it was a good time. So what else is there to do? If the weather's been in the 50s and 60s the last week or so, but for you guys, I suppose that's still pretty balmy.
Yeah.
But Coral Gables, a lot of great food, a lot of great restaurants, a lot of great watering holes, and of course you have the UM factor there of all those UM co-eds. Is that the way to put it?
That is.
There, and they hit the South Beach a lot. Obviously, they cross the causeway, but Brickell's smoking hot right now, and Wynwood, big time.
Well, you know
So
who's a
it's-
freshman there. You
it's
know
gonna
who's
be-
one of those co-eds at UM this year. Up Chuck's daughter.
Chucky?
Chuck Leamy. His
Oh
daughter's
my-
a freshman there. And she is getting after it. She's going to parties at Fountain Blue on the weekends.
She goes to live? Wow.
Yes,
That's
it.
heavy. That's heavy.
Well, Chuck's got it like that. He's
All right.
Yeah.
Wasn't Chuck supposed to get us on a golf course?
He's supposed to get us on wing foot.
Whatever happened with that?
That's in. We just got to make the arrangements and go.
It's got to be on the bucket list.
Yeah.
You gotta change the language to PG, just for a minute.
All right.
Oh,
What the fuck's going
hey,
on
Jake.
over there?
Jacob's coming over. Probably wants food.
Jake!
It's Uncle Fernando and Uncle Nick. You're hungry for your second dinner?
No.
What was the earlier one?
Mooch, you can step out and we'll go over the picks from last week while you're over there and then come back. Is that okay?
How long? Yeah, I can bring the phone with me. I'll just mute it or something. No.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll talk about the games from last week now. All right, we'll move on. Then just come back.
Okay. I'll just bring the phone downstairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
All
brother.
right, Nikki.
All right. I'm coming.
Last week was
Okay.
another bloodbath for us.
Right.
7-9 for you. Not bad. 6
bad.
and 10 for me.
Let's not
good.
sugarcoat things. It's bad.
Feeling like Steve Spurrier with that 6-10 record, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on a podcast.
So
Uncle Nick?
Virginia Tech, Miami. We both
That's
like
Jackie.
Miami. We both
Uncle
want
Fernando.
Hey Jackie, how are you, baby?
Good.
Duke, UNC. We both like UNC. We're 2-0 right now, Nick. Right out of the gate. I'm thinking
We're living large.
we're rolling, doo-doo. And
It's
then
my
this
birthday
one came
tomorrow.
apart.
He knows.
Maryland, Michigan State.
The wheels came off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Terps were winning. They were winning, and then they weren't winning. You know, then Michigan State closed them out at the end, which was terrible.
Oh, yeah. What
Um,
are you gonna have?
Purdue whiskey.
Pizza?
We both like whiskey at home, right? Thinking they're going to play Purdue tough, getting 4.
Right.
They got beat by 6 at whiskey.
Damn.
That was a good game. Those are 2 good teams, by the way.
Right.
He can really play. They don't have anyone spectacular, but they got a bunch of good players.
Right.
Then Houston, Kansas. You like Houston to go into fog and win. I like Kansas. I think
Right.
they played better at home and they won big at home by 13. Then we both went with BYU losing at West Virginia and Morgantown. We thought the travel from Provo to Morgantown sounds like a long way, right, Nick?
Right. Didn't happen though.
They cashed in. The one by 13. Lost that one. Iowa State, Baylor. You liked Iowa State on the road, and you got that one. They didn't win, but Baylor didn't cover. They won by 2. And then the UCLA train continues to get back on the tracks.
Right.
You liked Oregon, I liked UCLA, and UCLA beat them straight up 71-63.
Yeah, in Pauley Pavilion, right.
In Poly, but they're playing a lot better, and I think Cronin's got it figured out.
Really?
He's just a little old.
Then you got Washington, Wazoo at Washington in Seattle. You like Washington State, and I like Washington. They won on the road. That's a good win for Washington State. They're pretty good too.
Yeah.
Stanford, Arizona. I really liked Arizona. You like Stanford with the 7. Arizona beat them pretty badly by 9, by 10, by 11. I'm sorry, by 11. Florida, Kentucky. I like Kentucky at home. And Florida goes out and beats them on the road, Nick. That's a good win. Florida. They're actually pretty good also.
Right.
Kentucky lost earlier in the week or later that weekend, right? They lost twice last week.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Once I make a team a Final Four pick of mine, they start losing.
Right.
Dude, can you believe Keontae George?
Then you got South Carolina
Or Keyshawn George?
versus Georgia.
Huh?
Mooch, you gotta mute it.
Against UVA, there was hella college scouts there.
Adam, you gotta mute.
There were NBA scouts.
Is he out?
I don't know, but there was hella NBA scouts there to watch him. He got injured like at the very beginning.
Let me tell.
You're muted. I muted you.
All right.
All right. Then you got South Carolina at Georgia. We both like
Right.
Georgia at home, right?
That's right. Yeah.
He's like a decent
Bulldog.
getting 4 points. And
Right.
South Carolina beat him by 10.
Got an update from a source down here in Coral Gables.
What? Talk to me.
My source tells me that Keyshawn George, the phenomenal freshman from Switzerland, got injured in the Virginia game. So he may not be playing on Saturday. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I'll,
All right.
I'll get information.
All right. Tennessee at Kentucky. This is the game I was talking about. And Tennessee wins them the road. Kentucky's young, but they're athletic, man.
Right.
I like Kentucky. You like Tennessee on the road, getting the 4, and they won straight up money line. And then the Battle of Richmond versus VCU. We both like VCU, and they won by 11. So,
Which
you
we
know,
both
not a
got
great
one.
week, but it's hard, man. It is hard
Right.
picking winners, even with the FP point spreads, which are a lot more conservative than the regular point spreads.
Right.
I don't give as many points. I think teams should fight for those wins more than play for the points.
Right.
And then the upset of the week had to be Butler, right? They go into Creighton, a 10.5 point underdog, and beat Creighton in Nebraska. Where is Creighton at? It's not in Lincoln. Where is it?
Omaha. It's in Omaha.
Right, in Omaha. So that was a huge upset. That was the best upset of the week. So you ready to pick some games for next week, man?
I hope so. I hope I can do a little better this week.
Yeah, you were not good, but I was
Yeah.
worse.
Right.
All right, Mooch, you ready? Let's see if he.
All right.
All right, we'll just have to move without him. He'll come back later. All right,
All right.
Nick, you ready?
All right.
All right, I'm here.
You ready
Sorry.
to make some picks, Adam?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, we'll go in order. Me, Nick, and then you, Adam.
What do? I just tell you what my pick is to get
Yeah.
the spread.
Yeah.
After I pick mine, then you pick yours. You're the third person on the totem pole. All right, Nikki.
Where's the spread?
Alabama.
Okay. First game up out of the box. The Alabama Crimson Tide at the Louisiana State Tigers in Baton Rouge.
Who do you like, Nikki? Getting 5. LSU getting 5.
LSU. Give me LSU at home.
Damn. I'm gonna go with Roll Tide.
All right.
Same.
Adam, Tide. Auburn going into Gainesville, the Swamp. Florida favored by 3. Auburn's, I think, top 10 ranked too. Nick,
Auburn into the Swamp. Yeah, I got to go with Florida here. I got to go with the Gators.
I am gonna take Auburn on the road with a big dub.
Same. Auburn.
All right, good, gotcha. Cross conference game here, Nick. Gonzaga going into Lexington. Lexington favored by 6.
I'll go with the boys from Spokane.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Kentucky on a beatdown.
All right.
Booch.
Kentucky.
Okay. Washington State in Eugene. Eugene favored by 3. Oregon's favored by 3.
Can't find it, guys. What it is?
I got to go with Oregon there. I got to take the
At
Ducks.
home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Washington State on the
All
road.
right. All
I'll
right.
go with Oregon.
Okay.
Oregon?
Yeah, I'll take Oregon.
Arizona 4-point favorite in Salt Lake against Utah.
I like Utah. I think Utah's got a good game in them. I'll take the Utes.
The Utes?
Yeah.
The Utes? I'm gonna also
We're
take
running-
Utah. Getting 4 at home, I like home underdogs. Adam,
Remind me of the game again. Sorry.
Utah versus Oregon.
Utah versus Arizona. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Arizona at Utah. Utah's a 4-point underdog.
Arizona.
Okay. I had to throw this game in here because maybe there's going to be a sign of life here because apparently Cooley lit up Georgetown's team after the 50-point debacle. UConn 14-point favorites in DC against Georgetown at the phone booth.
I got to take Georgetown.
Getting
I mean,
14?
What's UConn's motivation?
I'm going to
you know,
take UConn in a beatdown.
All right.
You know the Hurley boys don't care about motivation.
Right.
They will kick you in the teeth when you're barely alive. Come on,
Right.
Nick. Adam, UConn at Georgetown, laying 14.
Laying 14.
Yeah,
And where they at?
Georgetown.
Oh,
Okay. I'll take UConn.
Yeah, that's a good pick. All right. Nikki, St. John's going into Milwaukee against Marquette. Marquette's a 5-point favorite.
Because they're catching 5 points, I'll take the Red Storm here.
Yeah, the Johnnies, we bet them all the time, pretty much every week, and we always lose.
Right.
So I'm going to take Marquette.
All right.
Adam.
the Johnnies.
St. John's. Adam with the Johnnies.
Well, you had family that went there fishing.
Little Ricky Pitino.
Oh, I hate that rat fuck.
Seton Hall versus Villanova. Villanova, 4-point favorite against the Hall. The Hall's pretty good.
I think Villanova's due. I'm going to take the Wildcats.
Okay. I'm also going to take Vanilla Nova. Mooch,
Nova.
3 Nova picks. Lovely. West Virginia, the Mountaineers, rolling into Austin. It's a big party town, Austin. Austin's favored by 6.
It's really a pass. I wouldn't touch this
You
game.
make a
But
pick.
I'll take Texas. Look 'em horns.
I'm going to take WVU.
All right.
Mooch,
What's the game again? Sorry, multitasking.
West Virginia versus Texas. Texas 6-point favorite.
Texas.
Mom.
TCU, the Horned Frogs, and Jamie Dixon going into Ames, Nick. Tough place to play. I got Ames favored by 5.
I think the Ames will win by more than 5. I'll take the Cyclones.
Real tall guy.
I'm going to take TCU. I like Jamie Dixon's team. They play
All right.
hard.
I do too, but
But with 5 points, I like the 5.
Yeah.
Adam,
Repeat it again, Fernando. My apologies.
okay. TCU v Iowa State. Iowa State's favored by 5.
Iowa State.
Baylor rolling into Lawrence.
Isn't it working, guys?
Kansas is favored by 5.
Oh, it's working, guys.
gotta go with Baylor. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, gotta go with Baylor. Gotta
Getting
go with
5?
Scott Drew. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Kansas. I think Kansas plays really good in fog, man. They're pretty hard to beat there, and then they usually beat teams by 10. They shoot good free throws. I think they beat them by 10 or 12.
Okay, boss.
Baylor versus Kansas. Adam, Kansas favored by 5.
I also like Kansas.
Okay. The Terps, who lost to Rutgers yesterday in one of the most embarrassing losses since the Valentine's Day massacre in the year 2001. I know you remember that game where they booed Gary Williams' team off the court.
Oh, against Florida State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost to Rutgers in one of the worst played. I don't know if you guys watched any of that. One of the worst played games ever in the history of college basketball. And there must have been like 100 turnovers. Ohio State favored by 5, Nick, in
I'm
Columbus.
gonna go with the Terps a little bit of a bounce back. Maryland plus 5.
You just want Skibata?
I
There you
guess
go.
I'll take Maryland too. I don't want to because I think they've laid down for the year, but I'll take them with the points. Adam, Maryland at Ohio State -5. Ohio State's favorite.
Ohio State. Sorry, guys. I know you're big Terp people, but Ohio State's tough.
Illinois, 3-point favorite going into East Lansing. Bone on bone, Nick. Izzo time.
Izzo time, yeah.
You like Izzo?
Yeah.
Getting 3 at home as a home underdog?
Yeah, in East Lansing, I'll take that all day.
I'm going to take Michigan State too because they get all the calls there because Izzo intimidates the refs.
Right.
Adam,
Say the teams again.
Adam, you lead with
Illinois.
this one, baby.
3-point favorite in East Lansing at Michigan State.
I'll take Michigan State.
All right, 3 Michigan State picks. You know Shannon's back, right? He's playing like a possessed demon. Indiana going into West Lafayette versus Purdue. Purdue's favored by 8.
You know, this is a good rivalry. I can't see Indiana laying down. I'll take the Hoosiers getting 8.
I'm going to take Purdue giving the 8. They're going to kill
All
them.
right.
They're terrible.
Who's the coach in Indiana? Mike Woodson?
Yeah, the Woody.
All right.
Adam,
I'll take-
Indiana versus Purdue. Purdue's favored by 8.
Where at?
In Purdue.
I'll take Purdue.
And then the road trip of the week, UNC favored by 6 in Coral Gables. Nick?
I'm going to go with UNC here.
Jackass.
I'm going to take Miami, even though I got some intel on their best player being hurt. I don't care.
No, he's not their best player. He's a young phenom freshman who's going to be a very good player.
If he doesn't turn pro.
Well, I don't think he's one and done if he's not averaging 7 points a game.
6 points favorite, Adam, UNC.
Yeah, I'm going to go with UM as well.
Wake Forest going into Cameron Indoor. Cameron's favored by 6.
I'll take Wake Forest here. The Demon Deacons, baby.
So do
Plus,
I, man.
Wait, they're going against Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're really upset. So I'm going to take Duke. Oh, sorry, I picked out a turn.
No,
No, it's
you're
all right.
good.
All
And
right.
the last pick is Florida Atlantic favored by 5 versus Wichita State.
In Wichita,
In Wichita. It's a tough place to play.
I'll take the Shockers plus 5 at home.
Ask UMass and Marcus Camby about Wichita State.
Right.
No, I like FAU. I love the Owl. Is it the Owls?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Wichita. I got a lot of home underdogs this week, Nick. You notice that? A lot of home dogs.
Yeah, man. Well, let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
You
See
remember I
how
went
this all plays out.
He
I went to
likes
FAU for a cup of coffee.
FAU, fine ass university, Adam.
Oh, it
All right.
certainly was.
The
It certainly
picture-
was, Stanley.
The picks are in, boys. I mean, I think we'll do better than we did last week.
We got to.
Super
I'll do
Bowl
better
weekend.
than I did last week for sure.
Anyone got plans for the Super Bowl? Nick, you flying down to Miami for the Super Bowl this year?
I got to
No,
work.
he hasn't done that in a
I gotta
long time.
work.
That's terrible. Come on,
Yeah, what's up
man.
with that, Nicky? Why haven't you come down here in like a long time since you used to come for the Super Bowl? We used to go to Mark's house.
Yeah.
Times. What happened?
I don't know.
Maybe the
Never went
invites
with the-
stop coming. Maybe you stop inviting them.
Maybe you went with the chef. Remember we had the chef down here one time?
I've tried to block all that out. There's a lot of therapy involved there.
Adam,
All right.
are you going to Mark Blues this year or no?
I don't get the invite anymore. I just give Yato money. That's all. You know, my father-in-law has not been well, so we're probably going to watch it with him.
Okay.
Big Mike has been under the weather, but he should be good to go by Sunday to watch the game. But you know, Niraj, I don't know. What does a teenage 16-year-old boy do who loves pro football, loves Patrick Mahomes?
Mahone.
Teach you
Big,
about
big-
gambling.
Well,
Raise the boy right.
evidently, his friends are a lot of degenerate gamblers too.
Oh, everyone's gambling.
Teach you
Everyone.
about proposition betting.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, Nick will not be here because he's on travel for work. So we're gonna have Sweet Lou Romano and we're gonna recap the Super Bowl and
All
also
right.
talk about sports gambling and the
All
disease
right.
that is sports gambling. Lou's an expert on it.
All
So-
right.
Is Big Lou Romano a degenerate?
Oh yeah, he loves to gamble.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna talk deep into that. Nick, have a safe travel for work. I'll see you
Okay.
in
Nicky,
a
where you
couple of
headed?
weeks.
Okay.
Where's Nicky headed?
I gotta work next week. I'm in Delaware.
Nope.
I gotta be in Delaware.
Delaware.
Yeah.
The old Red Eye. Isn't the old Red Eye on the way there, or isn't the old Red Eye near there?
The Red Eye Dock Bar. That's
Right.
water.
Right.
All right, boys.
That's
Adam,
exactly
thank you, man. I really
Oh, I
Yeah,
went
Adam,
dark.
great seeing you.
Yeah, this was really a lot of fun. I hope I
you
didn't do so bad.
oh, there you go. Lights are back on. Okay.
Sorry, I went into the other room. The kids are watching a movie, so
No, I appreciate you doing it, Adam. And talking about Coral Gables and stuff. You forgot
Yeah,
to
thanks
mention
for giving us the
Riviera
rundown,
Country
man.
Clubs in Coral Gables.
well, I like to keep that on the down low.
You don't want too many people hitting you up.
Well, there's only a few are on the list, present company included. You guys. Oh, by the way, Fernando.
Yeah.
There is the tournament coming up. When are you going out of town? When's the trip?
To Peru?
No. Okay, that's great. When is the man trip?
June 26th.
So we
Your
have
birthday. It's
the
your
member
birthday.
guest. Am I obligated to invite Yato to the member guest now? Or is it always going to be you?
You can invite whoever you want, Adam. You're not obligated to invite me.
No, I'm not obligated. I didn't say I'm obligated to invite you.
Do
You
you
and I played. We had a great time though.
do you want to win it?
Yato's a little stiff.
Do you
No.
want to win the tournament?
Of course.
If you want to win it, I would invite Yato. He's a 15 handicap every other course. At Riviera, he's like an 8. It's uncanny how good he plays there.
Well,
There
did he
is
play
that.
well last time?
Yeah, he played well.
Oh, that's right. I'm on the IR. I got an MRI of my knee coming up now. I'm a mess.
Oh, that's
It's
terrible.
But at least the MRI of the brain was okay. You know?
Yeah, we should talk about our ailments on the podcast. It's not
No.
good podcasting.
That's gonna be an hour podcast, not a half hour, right? Exactly.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
My bad.
Ouch.
Yeah. Well, Yato, he is turning 60 though. Okay, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Boys, this was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
was a little nervous, but I really enjoyed this.
Good.
I did
Glad-
too. It's always good seeing you guys.
Nikki,
Big Nick
Nikki,
signing
Nikki.
off. Nikki.
All
I'm
right,
so
man.
glad. I thought it was Rose's mother.
Clean up
Enjoy
the
the
mess.
Super Bowl, boys.
Enjoy the Super
Mahomes
Bowl. Yeah.
in a
Oh, I like the
blowout.
Chiefs.
See ya.
I like the Chiefs, but I really love Olivia Culpo, whatever her name is.
Who's that?
McCaffrey's wife. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God.
He is. Oh man. Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
On that note, see you next week.
All right,
See you next
boys.
week.
Thank you, Nick.
All right.
All right,
Later.
guys.
Take care.
See you, Adam. Bye bye.